I thought that was really not to be expected. I think that team's obviously given us problems down here before, and they're well coached and a lot of confidence last year. Ended our season last year, and they just kept coming, and we were able to answer it. They cut that thing to 2, and we had some guys. And as your season goes on, there's certain guys that start to step into certain roles. I thought Andre is a guy, even though he didn't shoot the ball well tonight, he made a big one, and he hit a big 3, and you could tell he just didn't lose his swagger. He kept swinging. And we had Isaac and Oscar, I thought, made some good plays offensively down the stretch, and we were in such foul trouble they had to go zone, and that it wasn't a pretty zone, but the clock kept moving. Just we were going to have any guys left if we had to play man. So great win for us. We took care of the ball. We did, we weren't perfect by any stretch, but that's a good win against a good team.
I'm guessing after the first half, Coach Shaw was about to lose his mind, but second half looked a lot better from the line.
Yeah, no, we did. That was big for us too. Like especially Andre went 3 for 3, and Kamani 2 for 3 there, and just every free throw down the stretch, that game would have really tightened up if we didn't do that. And we got to keep them off the line a little bit. The first half we did a better job. Second half, but I think that's just we had to go zone. There was no other answer.
Miles just comes out on an absolute tear, hits 5 threes before he, I think, missed a shot, ends up with 28. We've heard about him for so long. Obviously, this is the first time we've really got to see him live. I mean, that kind of seemed, maybe in your eyes, that's kind of what he's capable of every time he steps on the floor.
I thought he's really good. I still think he's really good. That was even a little beyond what my expectations are, is that because he's obviously really fast, good penetrator, good player, and just learning the game. He knows the game, but just needs that experience and that, and then to be able to go big like that, make 5 threes in the first half. And I was a little worried about us because the game we were only up 10, and we shot it so well from 3, and he took off. But you can just tell he's growing and his confidence, and he always plays hard. Period. He's a really hard playing guy. Always has been, but obviously has a different perspective after what he went through last year, and he's not wasting any time out there on the court. So really tickled the way he's been playing.
Maybe I'm reaching a little bit here, but does he give you any kind of reminders of Isaac from a couple of years ago?
Yeah, a little bit. Just athleticism at that position, kind of can play both spots. Isaac is a really good defender, and he's a little stronger and older. And Miles is a good defender, and he just probably needs that strength. And then he's kind of ahead of Isaac in some areas, decision-making and that, but that's okay. And Isaac averaged 17 a game. He was a big part of our getting this thing going. So, yeah, it's nice to have those kind of weapons.
You mentioned Miles tries to make the most of his minutes. Like, he doesn't really waste anything out there. Where do you, sense that the most? Where does that kind of come out the most, do you think?
He first of all, he's kind of an energy giver in life. I mean, he's just always been a very vibrant personality, doesn't have many bad days. And those guys you like, we say we want fountains, not drains. And he's that. And he just doesn't take many possessions off, and he likes to compete. He likes to play, and he's been really coachable. And I just think sometimes people don't, we're all human, don't handle success as well. He's having a bit of success, and seems to get hungrier, and that's an unbelievable sign for anyone that, you want to be good at something. You just have a little success, you double down on what you've been doing. You got to remember that how you got there, and just excited to have him in our program.
He made a couple of those heat checks early in the first half. Are you are you supportive of those kinds of shots?
I mean, if you've seen me coach, you know that there's we probably have a little looser rein than others, but I definitely had a few. I was like, all right, keep it rolling. But and that's kind of been a little bit of this first year, is not want to put too much on his plate. But as he gets more confident and get him in more situations where he has to run a team as well as score for us and defend the best perimeter ball handler and all those things, that's a lot for a first-year guy that hadn't played for him to do, but he seems to be asking for more with his play.
To get, 21 second chance points, is that a sign that this new approach with all these big guys is kind of paying off?
Yeah, a little bit tonight, and they're big, and Eastern's big, and we absolutely did. And it's what we have to be. If we don't shoot it well, and I think we didn't shoot it great from 3. We were 8 for 26. You got to get some of those misses back, and there was 18 of them to be off the long one. So, and even some of the bunny, they're big around the rim. They've always bothered us around the rim, and we were able to, like Oscar got. I know he had a couple, and Ruben was a force, and he struggled a little defensively in the second half, and he's been he's had some ankles, and I just would have loved to have gone back to him, but I was just like, let's just get this guy. Hopefully, we can get this home with Oscar and Isaac. But Ruben, I got to remember, his 11 minutes were very impressive, and just he's got a big heart too, and gives on the glass and does a lot of great things.
Yeah. Speaking of Ruben, he checked in with I think like a minute and 50 seconds had gone by in the game or something. He was already in at center. How much of that rotation is just sort of feeling it out?
No, it's foul driven. Oscar picked up a foul, and it's like I don't want him to pick up 2, and they kind of know that too. And I was like, when they get one that early, I kind of want them to play through. But I was like, you know what? And the way they play, they're really well. They will just isolate you and make you guard them, and there's going to be contact, and we took 4 charges, which is more than we've taken all season. But at the same time, they got to the foul line a ton of times, and they drew a lot. One guy drew 10 fouls, so it's like it was a little scary keeping a guy out there, and just like same with Kamani, we tried to keep him. He couldn't stay on the floor. They just kept they were initiating the contact, but the refs rewarded it, and I'm like, something to learn from. But that was kind of with the Oscar Rubin situation.
Well, speaking of Kamani again, fouled out obviously, but he led the bench in plus minus with 9 there. On not a ton of shot attempts, not a ton of stats, on the sheet at all. What was he bringing tonight? That
he gets same thing he always did. He gives us a poise and calmness, passing. He had one big turnover that normally it was a great defensive play, but he kind of thought he had Oscar on the lob, and they made a nice play there. But I'll give Kamani the ball in the middle of the floor. Usually good things are going to happen. He had a couple nice finishes. I think he was pretty solid all the way around. It was once he got in foul trouble, it was kind of tough, but we need his ball handling and playmaking and his size. He just makes us really big, whether we're man or zone or whatever. He just gives a perimeter guy that's really big.
Obviously, that second half looked at the beginning kind of like a stronger start foul-wise, and they all just kind of racked up in that one sequence. And you mentioned switching to zone and struggles there. They obviously heated up from 3 in the second half. Just what is kind of the key as a team or from a coaching perspective in lowering foul numbers? Like, what is it that you do specifically as a team to improve things like that?
You got to get your hands out and stuff like that, but we're usually not too bad in that area, and you don't want to have a team that's afraid to be physical. We'll keep working on it, but I'd rather have a team that's not afraid of contact and willing to fight, and I think that's just part of our process. I don't think Isaac's a natural scorer, and he's dealing with guys doubling him and stuff like that, and we're trying to get him to guard at this level, and that's a process. Oscar's coming from junior college, and I don't know if this every night, and Jalen's new to this too, so I think we'll adjust and partner for us to get better.
So number 1 blocking team in America finishes with 0 blocks. How much does that matter or not matter,
That's
and
funny.
what contributes to that?
You know what? We're putting them put them at the line. I'm surprised we didn't get any. We were charge taking team tonight. We took 4 of them. So I don't know. I like the fact that we usually bother people around the rim. We don't like to give up threes. What were they from? They were probably pretty good from. They were 12 of 21 from 2. Is that right? That's too good, And they shot it good. No, that was in the second half. What the heck? No, that's a game. They only got 45 shot attempts. Unbelievable. So, yeah, we got 19 more shots than them. No, I don't know. I don't know what usually we block them, so I don't know what happened. Yeah. It's all right.
And then Miles Rice, of course, we spoke to his vibrancy. He had the arrow celebration after his 3. I think he even straddled Eastern's bench. Like, how much of that spirit does he bring? And, is there any point where it's too much fun, or what kind of sense of fun does he bring to this team?
I mean, he's definitely I've coached a few of these guys. He's definitely a peacock. He definitely likes to show his tail feathers and that. And I don't notice as much, probably because he's really good. But he shouldn't be straddling their bench or taunting them or anything. I hope he wasn't doing that. But as long as he's back like one time he was really in front of the bench. I think Andre shot the 3, and he was watching, and he was ready for some celebration. I had to hit him and go, get back. And he flew back there and get transition D. So I think it's nice to have guys that gets the other guys excited too.
Coach, we were here last year for the NIT game, and they went on their runs again in the second half. What was different about tonight, in your opinion?
You know what? Went to zone. I don't know. I don't think I had I can't remember that game, to be honest, and I watched it. But I didn't even watch it for this one because, like, we were playing small ball because we didn't have Mo, and I was like, I don't even know if that's going to be a factor. I know what they're going to do again if you play small. They're just going to post. They're going to find the mismatch. They're going to go at you. And we probably weren't big enough to zone them or whatever, but I think the zone, even though we weren't that good in it defensively, but like I said, it's changed the pace of the game, and we kept them off the foul line. And so now we traded out. They made some threes, but I think the scoring was a little more sparse. I just think the way the game was going, we just would have ran out of guys.
And you mentioned that huge stretch from Andre. As a coaching staff, are you kind of imploring him to keep shooting when he's in a rut like that?
Nope. Nope. But like I said, he had confidence, and I thought the ones he took good ones second half. And even I thought early in the game, I said just because they double the post, they throw it out to you doesn't mean you have to shoot. He took a couple. He just took a couple. Like it's okay to whip it around, let someone else shoot or penetrate, and that's to say the ball was going in early with Miles. It was just kind of a little bit of feel good. And like I said, we shot it so well the game before. You kind of you get drunk with it a little bit, and that's part of the discipline of that. But I chewed him pretty good. I said, hey, we need to get. I think everyone plays a little better when they see the ball go in. I think he's one of those. We're all one of those. We have too many of those that gets them motivated and gets them going. Yeah, you two back there. Yeah, you're one of them. You're one of them.
What did we decide on now? Aha time? Is that what it is now?
Yeah, it's water. It's bubblies.
Bubblies
Whatever.
time.
It's an Aha bubbly or a Perrier. I mean, I'm so depressing. All right. I'll see you guys.